Hello my friends and welcome back to another Cold War video here today. As always, thank you so much for the love on these videos. You guys are absolutely smashing it. So if you're new around here, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and drop a like on the video right now because today we've got a special one, okay? Today I want to add to the collection of these live sniping tips and tricks videos I've been doing. In the first video I made, I went through just general sniping in this game, how it works, and I went through my settings as well. In the second one, we went through centering, how important it was to get people in the middle of your crosshairs before you scoping in. So we went through that. So today though, we're going to be talking about positioning, how to work through the map with a sniper rifle in your hands, because I know a lot of people are struggling, especially to get those bloodthirsty. So we're going to dive into some games, live record, talk about what we're doing, work through the map, and show you guys how to run it, okay? Let's do this. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is actually rock the Tundra. Number one being, it is my favorite sniper in this game to use. I love it. I feel great with it in my hands. But number two, it is indeed the, I don't know if the better option, but I think it's like the middle ground, you know? It's kind of like in between the pace of the Pellington and the M82. Ho-ho, see ya. You might have a little less pace with one gun or a little more pace with another, but I'm hoping what I showcase and discuss today will make sense whatever sniper you've got in your hands. So because this has been the slowest ADS speeds I've ever been, we basically got a challenge now of trying to stay alive and trying to dominate and do well with something that kind of underperforms, I guess, compared to the rest. You know, it's tough. It's definitely tough to run around and do well with a sniper rifle all the time. You know, it depends on the people you play against, depends on the map or the rotations and stuff, but I'm hoping while play right now, it's just going to be casual. We're going to showcase some gameplay, some streaks while we're talking. I'm going to go through a couple of tips that I've got to kind of stay alive and build up some streaks in terms of sniping on this game. So I still struggle, you know, if you get some good opponents, you are in a bit of a sticky situation, but we'll break things down as we go through here and hopefully show off how to just be a little bit more dominant with the sniper in your hand. At the end of the day, it takes longer for you to scope in than it does to die because of the time to kill. So for those who want to build up streaks and be a little bit more dominant on the map, hopefully what we discuss today will help with that. So the main thing, obviously, is positioning, so we're going to go through some examples while we're playing here. If anything, you could just watch a live gameplay, but I'm hoping there's going to be certain situations where I'm live in the action and I can talk through where I'm moving next, what I'm looking towards, and just things like that, okay? So let's get into this. The main thing I want to get out there, really, is just using cover to your advantage. A lot of people can kind of run around like psychos on previous games and get away with seeing the person second, but getting the kill, if you know what I mean. But in this game, it is definitely very challenging to getting the advantage on someone without having the positioning. As you can tell with how I play this map, I kind of just get into a position where, oh my god, had to go for that. I'm out of there, teammate, you're gonna get him. But I get into a position, really, where I'm only at a vulnerable position from, like, one area there. So my teammates had my back on B, so all I had to do is look forward, and I was good to challenge these guys. Obviously, there was quite a few of them, so I probably shouldn't have re-peeked, but I wouldn't recommend that, okay? But as you can tell now, I'm just kind of holding around B. I know there's the underground bit, so I'm making sure I just keep double checking down there. We've got the people at the spawn. And while I'm going around the map, I'm just looking at the radar to see where my team's at, because a lot of it is down to where your team are. As you can tell right now, my team are up top B, but they do have B, so they could be getting pushed. They could be guys underneath. So once you know where your team are, in theory, there's only really specific spots you need to look. Obviously, we've got radars. You know, when there's a UAV in the air, you'll notice where some enemies are. But a lot of people rock ghosts on this game, so perfect examples of how I'm kind of pushing through the map here is just taking moments like that, knowing where these high traffic points are. Once you start playing these maps, you'll realize where these points are, where these high traffic areas are. A lot of people kind of forget that there's going to be a big challenge for you to peek somewhere second and come out with the kill. So those high traffic areas where you know someone is going to be there, start aiming in, because with the slow ADS, that's where you're going to struggle, you know? See, perfect example right there. I knew there's going to be a guy inside B, so I came through the door, starting to scope in. Same with this situation here. Knew someone was coming through the door, aiming in, getting that little two-piece there. Running around the corner, pre-aiming the doorway, moving back. I should have re-challenged there, but I wanted to, but moving back, backing up with my team, getting my health back, and that's where stim shot as well is super helpful. So there's going to be certain situations where you know you need to push and attack something and push them back to the spawn, but there's also going to be situations where you need to back up from the fight, get some health, gain that cover back, gain that positioning, because it's all about positioning. You need to get on those head glitches. You need to make sure you're already starting to aim in if you feel like someone's going to come around the corner, or if there's someone going to be on that head glitch, or whatever it may be. Make sure you get down your scope as quick as you can, so you're prepared for someone to peek you, to challenge you. So even though I'm saying make sure you try to scope down before you feel like someone's going to peek the corner, don't always do that, because you can get stuck in your scope and you can be caught out because of that. You know, there's going to be situations where you realize, okay, if I stay in my scope here, I have no idea what's going on around me. And I've discussed that obviously in my last video where I discussed centering, but it is a key point. It is something, you know, right now, right there, you saw that, okay? I was staying in my scope. Right now, I'm staying in my scope. You realize how little I can see apart from that little location right there. The sniper scope is pretty zoomed in, you know? So you've got to get this concept, this idea in your brain that stay it out of your scope as much as you can, you'll realize how much more you can see, and that's why I just love centering. Getting the enemies in the middle of your crosshairs as much as you can, or even just a location in the middle of your crosshairs. Not specifically where the enemy is, but more an area of where they could be. So I go around centering head glitches, centering doorways, whatever it may be. I'm doing as much outside of the scope as I can so I can just hold positioning. Because as soon as I unscope, you do it as much around the map, moving from cover to cover, making sure that you are ready. You know, that was a tough shot to hit, but I got there because I had that guy or that area, that region in the center of my crosshairs, so I didn't have to take that weird shot across right now. You see what I'm doing? Like, I've got these points centered. I know where these high traffic areas are, and obviously I wish I could kind of showcase it on every map, but you'll get these down once you play in the game, and just, you know, make sure that you get into a position where you do have cover. If you need to back up, you can back up. And look, I'm with my team right now. We're working through the map. I know they're going to be spotted here because where my teammates are on the radar, so we're going to get a couple more down. I know someone made it through. It was a terrible challenge, and I'm just going to show you there's some terrible challenges out there. I had no cover there. I had nowhere to back up. That was such a wide open area. There was no way I was going to walk out with that shot alive. Yeah, I might have got a lucky no scope, but it's all about positioning, folks. You've got to make sure you're working through the map with confidence and learning about these spots, learning about these high traffic areas, learning where people are going to sit. We're double challenging each other right now because that's how we do things. So there we go. Beautiful stuff. It's a weird little spot, and this guy might challenge here. So I'm getting this, you know, I've got it centered in my scope. I'm ready for the challenge. I'm not looking up because I know he's going to slide down there. There's a lot of situations like that which you may see when I'm walking around the map where I predict... See you later. I predict people's slides, their jumps. You might catch me pre-aiming like higher than normal. You think, why the hell am I looking so high in that little location there? It's because I feel like they're going to jump around this corner right now, you know? So predict it where they're going to come from. So I talk about centering a lot, but the main thing is really just have those areas locked in your mind, so when you're working through the map, you know whereabouts to keep that center of your crosshair. So that was actually a really good game of showcasing how to work around the map. I know we've played the same map, so I might get another game here where I kind of showcase what's going on different maps, and you get the idea, you know what I mean? I back up when I need to, I push when I need to, and that is what it's all about. Because in this map specifically, there's a lot of these like head glitches, these high traffic areas where you don't have the advantage, but you have a lot more safety when it comes to tackling these gunfights and stuff. So you'll just see how I move around the map, how I just kind of bounce off my teammates based on where the enemies are spotted, stuff like that. Challenging that guy. There you go. Could be spawning at the back, could be over here. Getting that centered. Sorry. And I'm backing up now because I'm weak. My teammates are there, so I can heal, go backwards. Just always try to get yourself in a position where you've got some of your body covered. You need your body covered on this game because you die too quick. So always work around the map to these different bits of cover. You've got to realize, people, these guys with their regular guns can pre-aim anything. Look at the limitations I've got right now. I've scoped it right now. Obviously, right now I'm just kind of looking at one tunnel, but you're limited to see what's going on around you. But if you've got a pistol in your hand or a red gun, look how much you can see. It's a terrible example right now because this map's pretty laned up, but you get the idea that they have so much more freedom with their guns in their hands, so you need to make sure that you're aware of that. So don't run around like a psycho all the time. Bounce from cover to cover. Use your teammates' locations as a way to understand where these enemies are going to come from, and then you can work through the map. We've just took a throwing knife to the chest. Right now, I feel like these guys, yeah. They were going to either run to the left or run to the right, so I was going to bounce between the two. Always keeping just an object between me and those enemies. So I'm hoping what I'm saying is making sense. I'm trying to learn how to kind of go through things as we go along, because I've done these big how to snipe videos, and as much as I love doing those, I think just getting into the action, talking through things, is the best way to do it. I'm pretty sure someone put in the chat there. Wait, what did he say? When you're so cool, you have gold sniper. Correct, mate. I'm pretty damn cool. Super cool. But yeah, I'm hoping this is making sense and that you can take some of these ideas and just put it into your game. Everybody watching right now is going to have different, you know, strengths. Oh, see you later. In terms of their game plan, sorry, another one? In terms of their play style and their shots, stuff like that. Like, you might not have as much confidence as I do with the sniper in my hands. But that's okay, folks, because you just back up. If you want these bloodthirsters, you just play smart, get back, you just keep running, you know? Get to a position where you have a little bit more cover, you keep rotated, just moving around the map, cover to cover, and making the most of what the map has given you. So hopefully what I've said today, like I said, is some help. I don't know if it has been, but I'm hoping it has. It's giving you just an idea of how to work through the map, what to think about when you're running around the map, because it's not just, you know, rush to all these red dots on the map. It's learning, okay, if my team's there, where are these guys going to spawn? Or if we've capped this flag and we're pushing here, where are they going to be? You know, it's things like that that you need to get into your mind, as well as getting things centered, working around the map, learn in those high traffic areas. So when you are in a situation where you need to get ready to scope in, you've got that spot, you've got that location locked in, centered, making sure you spend less time down your sights trying to line up a shot or find an enemy and more time out of your scopes, keeping that awareness up and always moving around, making sure you get into that cover to put you in a good position to win that gunfight. So let me know in the comment section below what you want me to cover next. Hopefully I've covered this in good detail, but hey, we're learning. We've been doing this 12 years and we're still adapting and figuring things out. So hopefully you enjoyed the video either way. Drop a like if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.